Welcome back to the Mathai Center. We're down the hall from the court where Wayne State is currently playing Michigan Tech. It's this magnificent place, the Mathai Natatorium, which is where we find Sean Peters. This is where Sean hangs out. He is the swimming and diving coach here at Wayne State. Sean, thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you, Tony. I really appreciate you coming out here.
You're in your 22nd year as Wayne State's head coach. You've won a total of 20 titles since arriving on campus. How important was it for you to create that legacy of success and championships here at Wayne State?
Well, certainly it's great to have all these alums coming back to this meet because they're the foundation of this. When they came here, they were much like these guys are now, these young men and women, not knowing their way. And, it was important for me to really establish upon them how good they can really be. And through hard work, just through the program that we run here, and really getting them to believe in themselves, because that's what it takes to be an excellent athlete.
Sean, when you took this job 22 years ago, did you have any idea, a feeling, a hunch that you would be here this long?
I was always hoping, that was the goal. I love this. I love Detroit. I love Wayne State University, and it's, starting out as a young guy, it was just great to be part of something that was really that could develop into something special.
When I started doing research to talk to you, one thing I noticed is that championships follow you around. You were a champion swimmer when you went to Oakland. You're a champion here. So my nickname for you as I was putting the notes together is Tom Brady, because championships follow you around just like they follow him around in New England. What did you learn as a champion swimmer when you were competing that you were able to take to coaching to get your kids, to get your charges to have that championship feeling?
I've always felt like there's a way of going about things, and certainly, like I mentioned, being a really hard worker in practice, always holding yourself to the highest expectation, never settling for anything less than that, and then really going about things in the right way, having class, doing things with pride and dignity, and I'm certainly proud of my former swimmers that are here. These current swimmers are doing it every day, and there's so many life lessons to learn here in the pool.
You talk about your swimmers. In your 22 years, you've coached 190 All-Americans.
Really?
That's a staggering number. I mean, you don't hear about coaches with that many All-Americans. What does it take to make a champion swimmer?
Well, really it's getting them to believe in themselves. I've had swimmers come in. I had a Hall of Famer not too long ago, and she was not highly recruited. I don't think anybody really brought her on. And we just saw something in her, and it's like, hey, you could be really good at this if you did the little things. So a lot of little things equal a big thing, and she took her time to do everything I asked her to do. Mm-hmm. She obviously made the Hall of Fame. She was a national champion, a national record holder, and it just comes down to she believed in us, she believed in herself, and it just was a formula for success.
Sean, 9 years in a row now, a swimmer or a diver has been named to the Wayne State Athletic Hall of Fame. 9 straight years. All of them have swam under you. How important is that legacy? I mean, to know that you can come here and be a Hall of Famer.
Well, I will admit, the standards just keep getting higher and higher in that regards, but it's great to, like this past year, Carly Seavald and Ashley Weaver got in, and they're both integral parts of the 2012 National Championship team. And, to hear from them, I found out from them before I even knew. So they were like, hey, thank you so much. And I was like, oh my goodness, you made it. You got in the Hall of Fame. That's amazing. It's like, so it was really thrilling news.
Your season's already begun. First of all, for people who don't know, you have a pretty long season. You go from October to March, which ends up with the NCAA event. How stressful, how tough is that for your students, for you, through a typical season like that?
It is. It's a lot of stress, but they handle it really well. I think we do a lot of things outside the pool to help where we get to know each other a lot better. We do things obviously inside the pool where we're bonding together, and having that camaraderie in any team sport, even though I know swimming is individualized where you're doing your own race, but they're together on this, and it's and having that cohesive group is very important to success.
Sean Peters, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me this evening. I really appreciate it, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you, T.O. I appreciate it.
Sean Peters joining us here. It's halftime. We'll get you back out to the court for the second half. Coming up next, stay with us.